Good morning, guys. Welcome to episode 12. It's February. I don't even know how time is flying by so fast. One of my pals, Mikey, shouts to Mikey, he explained it to me in a way of, as you're young, each year is like a bigger fraction of your life. So if you're like 6 years old, 1 year is 1/6 of your life. But then when you get older, like me, I'm 30 now, flipping it. 1 year is like 1/30, so it's like a smaller fraction, so it feels like it's going a lot faster. Do you sort of see what I mean, Jamie? Was I all right with my calculations there?
Sure, man. Yeah.
Oh, all right, well, we'll skip that bit. But yeah, life's moving fast, guys. Enjoy it as much as you can, whatever. We're standing here at the very top of the building. We've got the nice view of one half of the mezzanine roofing done. You can see we've got the long metal sheets that have been put in place. We've still got the protective stickers on them. Tim from the Skylights company came at the weekend and had a quick look at the upstands for the ridge roof light. He wants to make sure that's all okay. We haven't come up 65 mil, which is what he wanted. The 65 mil just has to come slightly above the upstand. We did ask the roofers to do that, but I think that maybe it got lost in the emails.
¡Wilson! ¡Lo siento! ¡Lo siento, Wilson!
So we've had to double check with them again, get that email sent over and said, look, we mentioned that this needs to come up 65 mil. Let's get that done so we can arrange for the ridge light to be installed. It's about 2 or 3 weeks away from finishing of fabrication. It's getting made within Europe and then going to be shipped here. If they get that all sorted, that 65 mil, then we can arrange for the delivery of the ridge light and get that in, as well as the other skylights, which we're standing quite close to now. We've got some, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side that are going to be going in. That's going to make the building look a lot nicer. We've still got some insulation to put on the roof. You can see we've got these little upstands here, and the insulation will be sitting against them. You can see one side of the insulation has been done, and it's gone nicely yellow from sitting downstairs for months on end whilst we were preparing the roof. But we're carrying on, we're moving forward, and that's just a small little update for the mezzanine area and the very top of the building. I wanted to show the backside.
What's your profanity?
The rear side of the building. We have done all the facing brick here as well, so that's come nicely up to this apex. Looks beautiful from the outside. Obviously, the scaffolding doesn't make it look so pretty. You can't get that nice view of it. But I just thought before we head back inside, we can have a look at this, see all the lovely brickwork that George has been doing, get a good idea of what the whole exterior of the building is going to look like from the base to the top. Really happy with this. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
In terms of the first floor, we have started the block work around the staircase. So I've mentioned before that the main staircase up to the first floor is going to be in this area here, in this corner. And we've done the block work for it. We've got it up to the ceiling and right up to the rafters, as it should be. I haven't ordered the staircases yet. I did mention that I need to get that ordered.
Just do it!
We're just going to tidy up this area. We want to get the scaffolding down on the other side, which is what George and Liam are doing on the other side of the wall now. They're finishing off the block work there. But we had a bit of a tidy up in here as well. We wanted to make sure we got rid of some of this plastic sheeting. It was trapping in quite a lot of moisture, which is obviously quite bad for the wood that we're reusing. So we started to lift it up, sweep up some of the dust, and we've got a dehumidifier which is running downstairs to try and dry out the area a bit more. If we can get this area nice and dry, we can clean the floor. And ideally what we want to happen is we want the roofers to start working in here. They've got a long span of workspace that they can use, and that makes it much easier for us to have some freedom downstairs to start preparing pouring the new slab. This is just another look at that wall from this side, from this view. So this is actually going to be my office now. My office space is a double office space because I haven't decided yet whether to split it up in two. So we've actually got 2 doors that are going to be into this main office. But in the future, if we want to split it into 2 offices, we know that we've got a column here and we've got a column here that we can just put some stud work in. And because we've got 2 separate doors, it can make it into 2 separate offices. It could be a glass wall, it could just be a normal stud partition. But at least I know in the future that if I need to give someone another bit of space, if we bring someone onto the team that needs their own office, we can do that. But for now, lucky me, I get to have a nice big office.
Ooh,
Wow, we will. High five. For the recreational space, again, more tidying. We've also put some monoflex sheetings on the windows. You can hear the wind kind of sucking them at the moment and blowing out. Just sounds like people are punching around me, yeah? We've cleaned up this area as well. We've sort of made a pile of wood here. Liam's just come in now. He's working hard, cracking on. Go on, Liam! And we've just been preparing this area, like I said, for the roofers to move their setup up here. Not much has changed in here, but in terms of small updates, you know, it's getting there. Mezzanine-wise, we finished the preparation for our bullseye throne room Death Star window. George did a brilliant job. It's obviously a bit more intricate because you've got bricks that are kind of circling around each other that support the weight of the bricks above. You can see he's made this really nice pattern for us, and he's made it perfectly 620 mil, because the window will be 600, and then we've got 10 mil across. I have ordered the windows. I got a really good price actually from a good friend of mine, Connor from Chelsea Windows.
Oh, friend.
He's actually went to my school. I always knew that his dad had a window company, but I didn't know that he actually worked for them now. So he's kind of running things over there. He came, had a good measure up. The price he gave me for the windows are brilliant. So they're all ordered, all in fabrication now, and I'm so excited to get this window because it's gonna look so cool. Imagine you've got all the light from this big ridge light, and then just in the background, you've got this lovely little Death Star throne room window, and I can sit here like Palpatine, like he is in Return of the Jedi. We also did some general tidying up. It was a bit messy in here because there's a lot of foot traffic going through here each day, because we've got our tea and coffee station, microwave, this is where the tools are. But we're gonna try and dry this area out in general and just keep it as tidy as possible. It was a bit messy.
Oh my gosh.
Also, our fire-rated louvres arrived, which are right here. We've got 4 of these that are going on the external facework of the building. This is going to be the area in the staircase. So on the other side of the staircase wall, these will be on the outside because we're going to have a services area within the staircase. What I mean by that is the air conditioning units and systems will be vented out through here. We are going to have air conditioning in the building for cool and warm. This is going to be the louvres that are going to be on the outside of the building. And this is where it's going to be blowing hot or cold air out, depending on what setting we've got set on the air conditioner. So these came, that was brilliant. We've got these from Ryton's, all made with steel. And we'll get those installed. In terms of the mezzanine, that is that. We'll head downstairs and have a look what's going on there. So for the paint and powder coating room, there was quite a lot of moisture in the brickwork. You can usually see it in the bricks where there's sort of darker shading of the brick that's coming down from the top. So we did get a dehumidifier, which is just draining right into the main drainage point in this room here. And basically what that does is, we've got a big fan going, it's circulating the air, and it's pulling moisture out of the air. And we've had it running here for the last few days. It's really dried out the brick nicely. We don't want to really have any trapped moisture in here now that we're starting to get the building watertight. So this is our little current setup. We have sheeted off the area to keep more of that dehumidification air in here, and you'll see it from the other side. So we've just run some of the sheeting on the other side, all up here, try and trap as much of that dry air as possible for this particular room. We'll probably do isolated areas throughout the build to dry those areas up as well. Inventory room has quite a bit of moisture. We want to dry that out. The toilet had quite a bit of moisture as well. We're just going to strategically do those points at each time. Kind of feels like, you know, stars in their eyes, Jamie.
What's that?
You don't know stars in their eyes? The TV show Stars in Their Eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
You know, they'd go behind and they'd come out as the person they want to be.
No.
You seriously don't know that?
No.
Oh, mate. Come on, let me jog your memory. Tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be Engelbert Humperdinck. There we go.
No stars in their eyes.
Yeah! So like I mentioned when we were upstairs, we do want the roofers to actually move their equipment from here upstairs. That's because we want to prepare this slab. We've got quite a bit of a deep concrete slab that we need to pour. We want to start getting the steel meshing. We want to start laying the insulation down, DPM, all that kind of stuff to prepare to pour this slab. It's a big slab that we're going to pour as well. We're talking from the back side, from the very end of the inventory. We're talking from the back wall of the inventory room all the way up to the other side of the building. We'll build shuttering in certain zones. We'll probably build the first bit of shutter in here to pour this slab, then we'll pour this one, and then the one that's behind you, Jamie, which is kind of where that vehicle car lift is gonna be. So the actual eventual slab's gonna be coming up to around here. Let me show you. Oh, Jamie almost fell. Up to about here. So that's where it's going to be when we poured that concrete beam. We're going to bring the slab up to there, and then we'll have a nice consistent floor throughout. We'll probably do some micro cement just to, or self-leveling latex, something like that. And then we'll put some type of hard-wearing flooring on top. So the flooring we actually haven't fully decided yet. We'll get there slowly. We want to pour this slab ASAP because it's dirty, it's uneven, and we want to start tidying up in general because we want to get this area of the building finished. Because what I'm kind of hoping is that even though the building may not be fully complete, I can at least start putting putting stock down here, building the racking systems, putting some desks and stuff, and I can at least work from this area. It's bigger than what I work in now, so whilst extra things might be going on upstairs or finishing touches, at least I can get in this area. The third steel column, the galvanized one, has been put in place. Nice and rock solid. NG and Alton are working super hard right now to get this steel cage in for the last reinforced concrete beam. We want to get this block work up as soon as possible because between you and me, the neighbours are a little bit unhappy with some of the noise that we've been making.
Also, if you could maybe just sometimes...
Keep it down.
Because their car park is like right on the other side of this wall and there's residents that live there. Things have gone on a bit longer than we anticipated. We are really sorry about that. It's just things like weather and just general building doesn't go to plan most of the time. So we want to kind of get this area done as soon as possible. We can finish the block work here, maybe start to take the scaffolding down that's on their car park and just apologise to them profusely for taking a bit longer than we anticipated. In terms of the actual steels being in, we've only got a couple more columns to put in, which the steel guys who did the main erection for us, giggity, are going to do those last 2 channels, but that's actually in between the webs of these beams that run across here. So we've got that, and we've got a nice big steel staff. I feel like Gandalf, you know, like when he goes, "You shall not pass."
I've seen better.
Okay. We've tried to do a bit more tidying at the front as well, but we do have to keep quite a lot of this old scrap wood because we're going to use that for the shuttering of the concrete pours. George and Liam are just around the corner of the building right now, preparing to do the facing work that's on the other side of here. We want to get started soon on doing the rest of the facing work going all the way up there. So lots of block work to do. Those guys are cracking on hard in there, preparing that area for the block work to get started. And we're just trying to manage and keep the front access a bit tidy. That's everything in terms of updates for the building at the start of the week. And we can look forward and hopefully by Friday we've got a lot more done. Yes. So, is it not? Oh, shit.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Anyway, so that is today's update. We don't normally film on a Monday, so the start of the week is always a bit busy. It's quite early as well, so we're both a little bit tired, both you and I, Jamie. We're going to crack on through here, through this week, and hopefully by Friday we've got a lot more done. It's going to be a pretty intense few weeks now as we start to wrap this stuff up. I'm very conscious about the neighbours at the moment after some of the feedback we got at the weekend about making noise, but we're going to try to mitigate that as much as possible and be as respectful as we can. It's just that final stretch, and you know, some people are getting a bit fed up. I'm getting fed up with all the scaffolding that's left here, which we now pay weekly for because we've extended the time that we originally hired it. But you know, we keep a positive attitude. It's Monday, we'll stay positive always. That's how we get things done. Positive attitude. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe. Thanks for the support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. How does this work? The electric scooter? This button is what you push. It's not on though, is it? No. But is you hold it to turn it on? Yeah. Okay, LED screen. Oh yeah. I can learn this. They see me rolling, they're hating, patrolling, they're trying to catch me riding dirty. Yeah, boy! This is quite nifty, isn't it? There's no kickstand. Is he gone? Yeah, he's gone. Oh, shit.